Hello. We're live. Now, last night we didn't get any notifications. I didn't even get my own notification. But we got some tea. Unsweetened. Because I didn't want coffee out. I kind of wanted bubbly water like Perrier or something like that. But they didn't have any in here. This convenience store / truck stop has like whole pizzas, whole chickens, a whole produce section. Like every sweet. I mean, if I wanted some Carbolicious, I could die of diabetes tonight with this place. I mean, this place has everything except carbonated water. So we got some tea. I was tired of regular water, so we got some regular tea. What is up, everybody? We are weekend live. I know I went live last night, but that's not considered weekend live. That was me filling in for Pale Rider. That was what I was doing. Looking at some broker things. They got things for Monday and things for Thursday. I need something for Tuesday. Charles Brandt, look at you go, man. Thank you very much. Whoa. A little spilled tea on my phone there. I am not out west. In fact, I am east. I am north. What? I did spill some. Alright. Man, my phone is freaking out here. Oh, let's see if we're in here. Nope, not yet. Last night I couldn't get myself on my own YouTube. Let's try this. Then we'll do some shout outs. There I am. Yay. I'll have to remember to switch that back. Who's this guy without a guitar? I know, I don't have a guitar on me tonight. I'm actually in the truck. Can you believe that? Saturday night, I'm in the truck. I know, that's shocking. I get a lot of flack when I actually work. Don Schonger, Daniel Adami, Charles Brandt, Anthony Bressler, RN, GNC Family Trucking, Johnson Jobs, good evening. TJ Jones. You're still on the fast, Charles Brandt. That's awesome. I made it 24 hours, and then I didn't eat today until noon. And then it was nice. I stopped at a rest area in Iowa. That should kind of tell you how north I am. And I was the only truck. No engines idling. No APUs idling. Just beautiful sunshine, and I had a quiet meditative moment. It was awesome. Oh, the man comes around, says RD. Donnie Luke, good evening. Steve Watkins, good evening. Gary, good evening. Little Viking Coach, good job, Charles. Thank you, Charles, for the $20. I appreciate that. Let's see. Grafton, Word, Daniel Adami, I've been sleeping all day. Good. Get your rest. Stay out of the public. LBC, I'm putting together an 8K Lego ship. Wow. $10 says you are west of me. I see sunshine outside. It's dark here. I am west of you, but I am not west. So, let's see. Taco Holic. Do you carry guitar with you so you don't get lonely? I do not carry guitar. Or used to. I used to get all fancy. I bring my acoustic guitar and I downloaded a program. I can't remember the name now, but it was like a little 4-track recording program on the computer. And unfortunately, it wouldn't track right. So But no, I haven't brought a guitar with me in a long time, because usually when I'm parked, I'm either catching up my numbers or looking for loads or talking to people or you know, I don't know, or doing this YouTube crap. So yeah, there's that. Dubuque, Iowa. I was at a rest area. I believe I was just south of Des Moines, I think, maybe. Your Lego collection is huge. Wow. I don't have the patience for by the rules Legos. Now, random Legos, yeah, I can put crap together all day long, but like rules, Legos with rules, I'm not into that. Don't eat Daniel, you'll recover quicker. Last time I talked to Daniel today, I checked to make sure he was still alive, and he hadn't eaten in like 24 hours, so I was proud of the little fella. We probably both need to do less YouTube and play more guitar. Yeah, I mean, well, if I was home, I would be on the guitar. I think one of these live feeds, I'll actually get on my wife's space and play that instead for a change. I don't know, my guitar urges they come and go. I mean, I used to have a guitar in my hand all the time. Now, here lately, they've just been kind of, you know, I don't know, it'd be kind of nice, I guess, on the days that my anxiety's gone up there. But, you know, I was getting kind of depressed there for a minute. And since I've, you know, gone back to fasting and intermittent fasting, I actually feel pretty good. Despite the fact that we're on the verge of World War III, despite the fact that Riot World Season 2 is kicking in, you know, despite the fact that it seems like everybody's got a chip on their shoulder in public, you know, I feel pretty good about things. Knock on wood. I'll have to do water fast. I do need to stay hydrated. Always do water fast. I don't believe in the dry fasting thing. That's more of the hardcore religious types. What's up, old learned one? Did you watch? No, I didn't, Little Vine Coach. I completely spaced it. I'm sorry. The end is near, LOL. I think we're going to turn this planet into Mars, is what I'm thinking. I think if you dig it deep enough in Mars, you're going to find, oh yeah, this used to be Earth, but this was our escape pod colony. So, but we don't want to talk about that. So we can talk about business stuff. We can talk about guitar stuff. We can talk about tinfoil stuff, tinfoil hat stuff. We can talk about whatever you want. Nothing witty's in the house. Greg Zimmer. The country's going to burn very soon. I will not disagree with you there, RD. LD, I will call you after this. Well, I've got to talk to the wife, but I'll call you. You're up late. You're like a third shifter, right? I can call you later. We will chat. So, if you guys can't pick a topic, we'll pick a topic. Aliens are real. I need proof of that, John. You know, we live in a world where we could bring up proof and then people will deny like actual video footage, because video footage can be faked so much. There are people that actually think that 9/11 was a hologram. I mean, that's how strange our world is right now. Bob G, what's up? Let's see. Don't drink gallons of water. It'll flush your electrolytes and it'll suck. That's interesting. You know, we had a pretty easy day today. Oh, I know what I'll show you guys. I've been listening to a new book. I can think of like 18 people, 18 men that would benefit from this book. I can get the image up here. There we go. That's the book right there. Sovereignty by Ryan Michler. He has a YouTube channel called Order of Man. And this is information that I wish I had when I was in my 20s. Would I have listened? Maybe not. But at least the message would be there. And there are several people in my life that could definitely benefit from the message that's in that book. So, you know, I remember, let's talk about Provost for a second, right? Provost is like, what? Provost was lecturing us on Zello one day, and he was talking about how we sit behind the wheel of these 80,000 pounds of death, and we have all this free time. We spend so much time at docks, we spend so much time on the phone, we spend so much time just sitting. And if you access the right information, such as physical books or audio books, you can learn something new every day. And so when a very generous person gave me a year's worth of Audible, I thought, man, I feel entitled that I need, not entitled, I feel I need to, maybe entitled, I have to use it, right? I don't want it wasted. So, I've had 3, not 1, but 3 life-changing books for me that have really kind of helped me. And that might be part of my mood today is I don't know, it feels good getting new information. I mean, and Provost is right. You know, we should always be reading or listening to audiobooks and just learning, you know, learn about investments, learn about business, learn about how to fix things, learn, you know, all these different things. We have so much free time, you know, and you don't get that back. You don't get that time back. And so, you know, Audible, what they do is they give you a free credit every month that you can put towards a book, and once you download it to your phone, it's yours forever, like forever. And I'm on the second book that I'm actually going to buy a physical copy and have at the house because it's a great book, and you know, it's we've lost our way on what it means to be, you know, sovereign. We've lost our way in what it means to have power as a man. So it's a really good read for listening. Obligated, yes, Obligated. Thank you, LVC. Learned myself to repairman plastic cab. Good deal. You know, it's kind of amazing where our paths lead. You know, I just recently reconnected with an old friend that was an old bandmate, and come to find out that he likes to build tools. If you guys know anything about me, you know what I'm talking about. And so he's been texting back and forth, and I've actually, you know, out of all the people I know, he was one of the last ones I was expected that, you know. But he's actually really good at his craft, and you know, and you know, it's kind of interesting. You know, I came across another friend that we actually had a fist fight in high school, and come to find out, you know, 20 years later, we're both working at Transland, you know, and as truck drivers, you know, it's just, it's kind of bizarre how paths kind of cross and weave and turn and everything else. What's up, folks? Just cooked my first full meal in the truck. Man, what a pain. It's going to take some discipline for this. How to Become Sovereign by Bitcoin. Watch Michael Saylor. Yeah, the Bitcoin. You know, Twitch, here's the deal with cooking in the truck. Simplify. You know, I know that like Salty Pirate once did a video where he did fried chicken, but it was keto friendly. So what he did is he used pork rinds as breadcrumbs. Those of you who want to be keto but still like the texture of fried chicken, you can take pork rinds, grind them up to where they're like breadcrumbs, and then, you know, do your egg wash and then do that. And it's actually pretty good. Also, it's a great substitute if you're going to have meatloaf instead of using breadcrumbs. Pork rinds work really well. But doing something like that extravagant in the truck is kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit more than effort, you know, because here's the thing. The reason why these foods at these convenience stores get to us because it's convenient, right? And so when you're faced with the task of, oh, do I need to cook this elaborate meal, or do I just go inside and get, you know, 2 tornadoes and an egg roll? You know, it's just it's easy to fall into that trap. So my thing is simplify. I've been using the Hot Logic Mini, and like for the last 2 nights I bought ribeye steak. What I did is I put ribeye steak in it, and then I put vegetables on top, and then I just set it and forget it. So by the time I park, you know, 5, 6, 7 hours later, it's ready, it's done, it's not dry, it's not overcooked, and it's like perfect. You know, you season it, boom, you're done. The lunchbox cooker was the same way, except you can't set it, forget it. You don't want to burn your food, but you know, crock pots are great to put on the road, because then you can take those plastic bags, put it in the crock pot, put your meat or whatever, you know, put like whatever you want in there, and then at the end of the day, you take whatever you don't use, keep it in the bag, throw it in the fridge, and then you don't even have to wash the crock pot. I carried a crock pot in the Peterbilt to all up until my inverter tried to kill me. And that's what I did, Little Vine Coach. I had a ribeye and like this cabbage, Brussels sprout type mix, vegetable mix, and I put 3 slabs of butter, a bunch of salt, sea salt, or no, not sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, and it's good to go. Tomorrow is going to be pork chops, and maybe I'll do a video on that. You know, I'm actually impressed with the Hot Logic Mini. You know, we were giving Jeff a lot of grief about that thing because it cooks so slow, but it's kind of like a rectangular crock pot. You just set it and forget it, and you're good to go. It doesn't take a whole lot of power. You could even buy one of them little 150 watt inverters, you know, that plug in directly into your 12 volt, and it'll power that. So I need to do more cooking videos, John. You're absolutely right. But I'm all about simplifying, and that's the thing with my food journey, is that when you can simplify your diet, it gets kind of boring at times, but eventually you get to the point where eating is not really a priority, and then when you do kind of splurge, it's a treat, not an everyday thing. And I eat good. I like vegetables. That's a big help, but if I was doing carnivore only, that would be fine too. And I've thought about doing carnivore only, but I do like my vegetables. I made a blowtorch ribeye video last year. I don't know if I remember that or not. LBC. You just got a crock pot and a Coleman camp stove. Does a blowtorch cook a steak all the way through? Pale Rider TV asks. No. It's the 20-second steak there, Pale Rider. The only thing I don't like about it is that I like to sear my meat when I cook. Yeah, I mean that does kind of, that does kind of take some taking used to, but blowtorch thing, you could sear it that way and then throw it in the deal. Do I roast cauliflower at home? Yes, my wife does that. One of the tricks is to take a whole cauliflower, layer it in all these kinds of seasonings, and then put it in the pan, throw it in the oven. Forget about it. I forget. My wife could tell you how long it takes to cook. But yeah, we roasted vegetables are great. 20-second steak equals salmonella. That's with chicken. You felt your ears burning? We were talking about pros. We were talking about the time where you were lecturing us about how we should be educating ourselves with all the spare time that we have in the truck. And so you were talking about audiobooks, and I was talking about how awesome the selection of audiobooks I've gotten recently, including one called Sovereignty by Ryan Mickler. I've been enjoying that today. I'm going to finish it tomorrow, and then I got to try and make a decision what the next book will be. Get the Burns-O-Matic from Home Depot. Okay, 20-second steak equals food poisoning. No. Welcome back. Let's talk about stupid truck drivers taking their 30-minute breaks on the side of the interstate. Welcome back. I'm going to tell you a story. So, this is just for welcome back. Okay, this is just for him. So, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I was fueling in the Joplin Petro, and I was going to go in the first lane, but there was a Schneider truck, big orange, pulling a set of YRC doubles, and she was like second in line at that fuel island, but the other truck had pulled away. So she was just sitting there blocking everything for that fuel island. So I went and got fuel. Took me, I was also second in line, but the truck in front of me actually moved. So I got my fuel, and as I'm getting ready to pull up and go in to get my receipt, she comes walking out like she went to Walmart. I mean, she's got like 14 bags, and she's got, all of her Carbolicious and all of her bad diet stuff, and she's just like, and I think she was taking a 30-minute break. So I pulled up. So when I pulled up, anybody who's ever fueled at the Petro in Joplin know that the aisles are not like perfect in a row. They're kind of like this way, and so if you don't pull up just right, you can actually block one of the other islands, or it makes it hard for someone to get out of their fuel island. So I hate that. But I was feeling pretty sporty, so I actually pulled perfectly straight, and that may or may not have blocked her in. I'm not sure. So I go in, I use the restroom, I grab a coffee. I get behind some guy that can't decide which cigarettes he wants to kill himself with. So that took a minute. And then I got my receipt, paid for my coffee. And she's sitting there just with her arms across her window, just looking at me. And I'm like, I just smiled and waved at her. And then I took off. And I get on the CBS, like, what comes around goes around there, Snyder. And she flipped me off, and it was a good time. It was a good time. So you know, there's that. That's what I did yesterday. That was just for you. Welcome back. Next book, Bitcoin Standard. That's a good idea because people have yet to been able to successfully explain to me what Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all that stuff is. Big Rig Radio Network, start over. We were talking about Hot Logic and Bitcoin Jeff. I put in my application earlier. Did you receive it? I hope you did. Steve Berger's in the house. Look at that. No, I did not get it on video. Cooking Bitcoin and the Hot Logic. Look, you know, I don't know, man. Everybody's on edge. Everybody's upset. Everybody's discontent. And so, you know, if it's 2 a.m. on a Sunday and you want to like take your time while you're in the fuel island, there's 18 fuel islands, you know, whatever. I don't judge. But as busy as the Petro was at that moment, you know, and obviously parking that was not easy for her because it was a set of doubles, right? So unless there's a pull through spot across a fuel island, then, you know, what are you going to do? But there's also a spot that you can park along the side of the scale, and you know, and there are other ways around that versus just blocking the fuel island. And I remember watching a video on Facebook where this guy was literally at Denny's eating his dinner, and he was in the fuel island. The guy behind him was like, "Dude, what the hell?" And he still wouldn't move. You know, and then people wonder why. I mean, you know, look at what happened in Pacific, Missouri at the pilot there. You know, someone got shot because someone was taking forever at the fuel island. You know, and you know how Pacific is built. If you ever been there, it's like you got to go downstairs to go into the store. So a lot of people park in the fuel island because it's such a long walk to the parking lot. I imagine that happens a lot at Big Cab in Oklahoma too. I got fuel there the other day, and you know, you can't just park your truck and go in. You know, you have to either go through the fuel line or walk all the way across the street. So, Provost is content. I wish more people were content like Provost. Your boss hasn't explained Dogecoin to you. He's like the Dogecoin CEO. Nope, he hasn't been able to do it. Think cryptocurrency like a gift card that anyone can accept for monetary value that is traded publicly, which results in people willing to pay what they believe the value is for the gift card. I'm just... I don't know. Something seems sketchy with it to me. I don't know. I just... Look, I'm willing to give some money for someone to do that for me. You know, maybe I could benefit from it, but as far as studying it and, you know, like Jeff, you know, Jeff's live feeds have been kind of like bipolar here lately. He'll be talking about trucking, all of a sudden, boom, we're talking about Bitcoin for a second. They'll talk about trucking, like, boom, I just traded something on the stocks. It's like back and forth, right? And I don't know if I have that kind of time to like constantly watch something like that. So Dogecoin is not crypto. It was stated as a joke, but people are making money off it. The value of Bitcoin coin is scarcity, better than gold as a store of value, buy and hold. I think you're right. I think it's sketchy. Okay, well, good. Look, my spidey senses are going off on a few things, and cryptocurrency is one of them. Now, pardon my ignorance. And so we were just talking about educating yourself. So okay, so we got all the masters in here. What happens to cryptocurrency if you can't access it electronically. Like, let's say there's an EMP that takes out, boom, takes out everything. Now, if you have gold and silver, that's something in your hand, right? If you have paper cash, that's something in your hand. But cryptocurrency, if something electronically gets wiped out, then what? You just lose it all? Is it worth anything? Can you go to an apocalyptic barter town like on Mad Max and like, hey, I'll give you 2 crypto coins for that glass of water? I mean, is that even possible? Well, I made $3,000 this week in Dodge, and I in 2,000 invited coin SV. Now you're speaking in tongue there, Jose. I have no idea what you're saying. You don't watch it, you buy and hold. Okay, well that makes that easier. So it's kind of like cooking. You just throw it in the dish and then set it and forget it. Is that how that works? I would buy dog poop tomorrow for $1 if it went to $2. Well, I get that part, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can still hold dog poop in your hand now. I mean, it's kind of gross. I wouldn't do that, but still, you know. Wallace, thank you. You're welcome. I don't know if you're thanking me or what. Anything and everything is value. Well, I get that. Look. Apocalypse happens, the one who has the most 9mm is going to win. Just saying. Dave, this place had, like, you can back a 747 in this thing, and you still can. And you were right about the food. They got like a whole grocery store. It reminds me of Brahms there in Missouri. It reminds me, you know, you got like a little mini grocery store in there. Like, hey, I need dinner for myself. Let's go to this place. Or, hey, I need dinner for a family of 12 because I have a party I'm going to. Let's go to this place, and they'll have everything you need. I even found some of these keto-friendly snack. Most convenience stores don't have these, but not this place. So I appreciate this. Would have been much better than the Loves. I appreciate that, Dave. It was literally, it's closer than the Loves too, so there's that. John, what's up? RD, the Constitution says that the only federal government can coin currency, so the government can wipe out crypto with the snap of the fingers. That's what I'm thinking, RD. Maybe because I don't know jack about any of it, and so it's easy for me to have that simplistic mindset, viewpoint, whatever, perception. You could buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Well, there's 2 problems with that. You can also lose a Tesla with Bitcoin. How about when it all goes down? Will you eat gold? Will you eat silver? Live now, profit now, use it now, but later value will be what you need and what you can eat. Wallace, I agree with that. I read a report about a guy that was in the Bosnian War, and he said that there's a lot of survival things that you wouldn't think of, like toilet paper, lighters. I have like 18 lighters in this truck. I've got currency if crap hits the fan. I could start fires if I want. Water, medical supplies, bandages, rubbing alcohol, peroxide, handy wipes, ammunition, skills, like how to fix things. I'm screwed when it comes to skills because I don't know how to fix anything. I know how to fix a sandwich, and I can't even do that anymore. Don't buy anything with Bitcoin, you'll be able to borrow against it. Hey, logistically disturbed, I recognize you from leaving comments on my YouTube channel. Hope all is well. I love Tesla. I used to work for them. I know how well they're designed. I saw a Tesla today. Some guy was like, GNC, I'm not telling you where I am, but you might be right. I said thank you for bringing out the fact that most fragile thing crashes. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Coffee, yes, coffee, whiskey, you know. And this Bosnian person was like, these are the things you don't really think of. You know, most people just think about food and water and shelter. But, you know, what if you got to be able to cook the food, you got to be able to take care of a cut or a scrape or a bullet wound if you get, you know, if you don't have medical supplies. You know, so, you know, canned goods. That's why I wanted to learn how to hunt, you know, that way if, you know, things get pretty bad, I can still feed the family, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not saying put everything in Bitcoin, but a portion of money you aren't afraid to lose. Like all investment, there's an inherent risk. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I'd put a couple of bills in there and see what happens. Sandwich. With people buying homes and cars with Bitcoin, I thought the government's going to mess it up for now. Not sure about the 9mm winning. I think other calibers might be more lethal. Look, 22 can be lethal if you do it right. You only get taxed on crypto if you sell. Great winter fuel there. There's a great book by Matthew Stein called When Technology Fails. Wasn't there like a TV show where like everything electronic just died and no one knows why, and so everybody's like running around with guns and swords and stuff trying to survive, kind of like The Walking Dead but without zombies. I drove 30 miles this morning before any coffee. Worst time ever. Why do you not have a coffee maker in your truck yet, Pale Rider? Gosh. Dodge to the moon. Look, what when you need to do blank your mind as and react and just do, and all will be very effective. Just do not think, just do. I am great at not thinking, Wallace. I have got that. I mean, I am a master at not thinking. You sold yours way too soon, still made good profit. You know, here's the thing with Dogecoin and Bitcoin and all that stuff. I feel like I'm late to the party. I'm like the guy that showed up and the party's winding down. I'm like, hey, all right, where's everybody going? What am I doing? You know, and like, oh, this is already done. We're over, you know, leave, you know. And I'm always the Johnny come lately when it comes to like cool money making ideas, which is why I'm in a truck. Wallace says that he'll be fine. Because he is old and that's fancy for him, shots fired. I'm holding out for the Dune universe future when computers will be outlawed. I'm ready. Bring back the knife fights. Never too late, Snorelord. Not late at all, Snorelord. See, you guys say that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm always late. So, I don't know. You never know. A year from now, look, I have new hobbies that I didn't have like a year ago. You never know. I mean, you never know where life leads you, you know. And society is not helping. You know, social media is kind of like tweaking us and moving us around and making us think about things that we thought that we didn't have to think about since the 80s, and you know, and you know, you got aliens and nuclear warfare and all kinds of cool stuff coming. So, you know, this is the tipping point. Mass adoption is happening as we speak. This book was written by an esteemed engineer who chose to live off-grid. He is Great discussion of truth of the various things to come in regards to our technological evolution. When you aim, you worry about missing. Just do not think about missing. Think nothing, just see your target, pull the trigger when not thinking, you will never miss. I think I kind of know what you're talking about, Wallace. Put that money in there, Snorelord. You can make more money in Bitcoin than driving a truck. Someone just teach me how. I'm sure several of you are yelling at me. Look, I'm willing to give somebody money and just do it for me. How about that? I'm willing to do that. But what else do you guys want to talk about? Other than my lack of cryptocurrency knowledge. One word, Coinbase. Okay. Focus on the front sight and squeeze. My wife's a better shot than I am. I don't know anything about Bitcoin, but I'll be glad to take your cash. LOL. Tell you what, Steve Berger, I'll buy your truck with Bitcoin. How about that? Can I buy a truck with Bitcoin? Can I do that? Can I buy a new truck with Bitcoin? And if I do extra Bitcoin, can I use like Dogecoin, Doggy Coin to pay for the warranty? Can I do that? Women tend to be. I've heard that they're also better TIG welders. You guys know anything about welding? TIG welding is when you got a torch in one hand, you got a little stick, and you feed the stick to the flame and it melts. And if you're really good, you can really you NASCAR fans, go look at the safety bars that are around the cars or around the seats, and look at the welds. Those are perfect, beautiful, just works of art TIG welds. And women are better at TIG welding than men, just like sewing, right? I'll sell you this truck for the balance owed. If you can't see it, eat it, feel it, don't invest in it is my motto. You can also double your money with a good small cap mutual fund, just saying, Steve Watkins. So is it safe to say that we're split on this thing? There are some people that are saying do it, you can make money. There are people saying don't do it because it's not. I mean, am I seeing this correctly? Are we divided? Is this another division thing? Women statistically are better and safer truck drivers also. If I bought your truck, Steve Berger, what are you gonna do? Use Swan Bitcoin Exchange. They do dollar cost averaging, and you set up how much you want taken out of your account weekly or monthly. Soft touch. That's why I like the 1911 triggers better. I would like to get a 1911, but I don't know if I kind of went overboard on. Well, no, I didn't. Before the boating accident, I kind of went overboard. So, to the point I'm gonna have to have another boating accident. Just saying. Retire and become a caveman. That would be good. Yes, you could buy a truck as long as the USD amount is there. Steve Berger, can I buy your truck with Bitcoin if I can make some money off of it? If you can lose $1,000, then jump in. Look, it is very complicated to deal in crypto. I agree with you, Wallace. I'm sure there are really smart investing people. If they happen to stumble on this pathetic video of mine, they're gonna be like, "This guy is such a dumbass. Oh my god, I can't believe he's such an idiot." Sure. You should be investing, make your money, make money for you. You are absolutely correct, Chucky. we do have some investments going on. We got property investments. We've got IRA investments. We've got that kind of thing going on. 15 months without one single problem burger, but I only drive 60K a year. 0 problems with mine, Provost. You new truck guys, you're showing off now. Meanwhile, my truck's at that point where what's that smell? What was that noise? What was that? You know, invest in what you know. The problem, John, is the things that I know about aren't making money. I know about records. There's already like 15 record stores in Springfield. I know how to make music, but ain't nobody buying music anymore. They're all on Spotify. I've been getting emails. Hey, sir, Mr. Snorelord, we see that you are an influencer. Here's how to make money. You know, and there are people that want to use my YouTube channel for their benefit. You know, and I'm intrigued with the whole podcast idea. But it would be more music based, not trucking based, because I'm not. There's I don't know, but I like the idea of like a professional microphone and good audio and doing something. You know, that seems to be the thing now. I remember Howard Stern used to make fun of podcasts. I don't think he's making fun of them anymore. Don't work for money, let money work for you. I would love to do that, Provost. I would love to do that. With some guidance, I think I could. Well, look at it this way. You won't make any of them richer. Leave crypto to those that get it. Not true, Wallace. They keep mining gold and silver. There is a limited supply of Bitcoin. Lord Snore, I will throw in the APU at no extra charge just because I like you. Hey, how is that APU doing? Is that APU doing pretty good? Don't sell out, man. That one. See, okay, so I finally come up with the money-making idea, John, and like, don't sell out. I was thinking about getting a new logo, put it on some shirts, you know, put on some coffee mugs, you know, and now I won't endorse anything I don't know anything about. I won't talk good about a company I don't know anything about. I won't do anything like that. You know, that's ridiculous. Don't sell out to the man. Dude, you are making what you need. Live now, for now. The future is full of you will be fine. You know, Wallace, I do have faith that we'll be okay. I really do. Well, VZ is now carry equipped. Good deal. I like how you called it Volvizi. I don't know if anybody in here would get that, besides Jeff, will get that that reference, that Volvizi reference. Over 7,000 different cryptocurrencies. See, that just blows my mind. That just, like, how am I supposed to learn something that massive? They're currently building rockets to go to other planets to mine gold, silver, platinum. What do you think that will do to gold prices? Well, VZ is old school. Oh, I agree with the little Viking coach. I mean, I'm not sitting on any gold or silver. I might be sitting on some brass, but that's about it. 6500p. I have no idea what that means. $6,500 of them are crap. Well, how do you know which one's good and which one's not? That's the problem. Buy low, sell high. I get that part. I mean, it's... Look. You guys remember that movie, Back to the Future, where Biff finds the... Marty's, he bought that, that book of sporting events, like it was like a sports almanac, and so Biff used that to basically predict everything you could bet on. and become a millionaire. It'd be kind of cool to do that. Like, go back in time and like, okay, invest in Apple, invest in Coke and Pepsi, and invest, which you can do that now, I guess, but invest in like Google, and you'd be a gazillionaire right now. Facebook, invest in Facebook. I did an entire live feed without dropping an F-bomb last night. Just an FYI. Well, good deal. Neil that says $64.99 are not crap. Sportsbook, yeah, sportsbook. I don't know. That's probably why I drive a truck. I mean, it's taken me 6 years of being a business person to learn how to be a business person. So it's no wonder that I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. That was based on a true story. I guess time will tell. Logistically disturbed, I'm still not on it, but one way or another, eventually they won't give you the choice. Investing in Bitcoin is equivalent to Apple. Gray Sports Almanac, right? Sorry, I gotta get some sleep. Fine, John, be that way. See if I care. No, that's okay. I'm not offended. My kids will thank you. I doubt that. Invest in yourself and do not tell anyone else, and plus you out. I try not to reveal everything about my life. I try not to reveal everything that I have going on. My ego doesn't need that. Because the only purpose it would serve is like, I'm better than you because I've thought of this and you didn't. You know, I don't want to be that guy. I had somebody call me one time, you know, back in the middle of COVID/riot world, and he was kind of freaking out. He's worried about me. You know, that was back when things were 98 cents a mile, and bless this person, man. He was truly worried about me. And then when I kind of told him what was going on, like in depth, what I had, he was like, oh, wow, okay. And always keep your enemies guessing. Let them underestimate you. Always lay low under the radar. You know, I laugh at these gun channels and these gun pages on Facebook where they're like, look at my whole arsenal. Look at everything I've got. I need a holster, you know, but they're really just bragging about what they have. And I get it. I get it. However, why advertise? You know, like, I remember in high school, all the guys that had the big kicker sticker in the rear window of the car, and then they wonder why their stereo got stolen while they're in school. You know, it's like, why advertise of what you have? Did you reveal that our new single titled Rotten Avocado is coming out soon? No, Steve, because you have not made a trip to Missouri in like 15 years. So how are we going to record it? I've been to Pennsylvania more times in the last 2 years than you've been in Missouri. You're always giving me crap that you never come to Pennsylvania. Well, I've been to Pennsylvania 2 times since I've been in the spot market. And how many times have you been in Missouri? I'll wait. Jeff would be the best person to explain it to you. It took me a little bit to understand it. Jeff was not able to explain it to me, though. I'm not bragging on Jeff or anything, but Jeff couldn't explain it to me because I'm just too dense to get it. I'm happy with where I am. Let everyone else do their thing. I'm good. That's kind of where I'm at, Wallace. Steve, I'm done for the week, brother. I'll be shutting everything down, but I would like to talk to you next week sometime, if that can work for you. What I'll do, LD, is I'll text you from the number, and then you just call me whenever you want. That video phone thing, that's a no-go, because if I'm driving, I can't do that. So, but I'll text you my number, and then you just get a hold of me on your convenience. So, yeah, you did forget Missouri was on the map. Steve Berger used to go everywhere with Coldstream. And then as soon as he went to Steiner, he became a road snob. He gets like past like Columbus, Ohio. He gets really scared now. Did you like that road snob? Like, oh my gosh, I can't go west. Let you play on some real BC Riches, not that class act stuff you're probably making fun of back in the 90s when you're working at guitar stores. Yeah, he makes some Pennsylvania bucks. That's kind of the way you make money up the Northeast. I don't care where you're at, is bouncing around up there. If you know the Northeast, man, and you know where to park, and you know what you know the roads, and you know what to avoid, and all that, man, you can make some really good money. And once you decide to go west, you take a hit out of that area. Just do weekly withdrawal of 50 or 100 bucks to Swan Bitcoin exchange automatically. You won't even miss it. No, never played Class Act. It was First Act. First Act, not Class Act. Class Act was that Walmart crap. Class Acts. Class Acts was the company that owned BC Rich back in the 80s. You want to get scared going to New Jersey? That place is a nightmare. I've been up there. I've done 4 or 5 pickup and deliveries in Newark area, and that was always fun. I had a trainee with me. That was fun, kind of getting him to figure that one out. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I do what I do. I try to keep trucking as stress-free as possible. Spend it in fuel too. I just did a 2-week stint in Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania. Yeah. No more big bucks left in PA for me. Has anyone else heard that the trailer companies are 1.5 years behind? Mike Williams, yes. Hyundai is definitely until 2023. Now I did pass Great Dane today, and there was like 5 dry vans out there. I imagine they wanted like $80,000 for them. We're jealous of where you park. We are at a dump. Probably. I'm happy staying in my circle. My net's usually not much lower than everybody else's when I could fill in all the gaps, and I'm usually doing like maybe $1,000 less net than my surrounding cohorts that are running all over the country at half the miles. So there's that. No semiconductor chips to build trucks or cars. And there's also a rubber shortage. I've heard that there's a lot of like radiator hoses and stuff like that you can't find. Look, I don't have a positive outlook for things, because if supplies become low and we end up in some kind of conflict, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google what's happening in Russia and Ukraine. That could be that could create some hard times for us. Never mind the hood, beware of Swift, says Haggy. Just buy an old Snyder trailer for $751,000. Let's all go together and start a truck paradise. You know what was a truck paradise? Was when COVID was full on lockdown, and you could like breeze through Dallas without even slowing down. Those were the days. Atlanta, yeah, man, everybody just stay home. Let us do our jobs. I agree that too, overtaxed. They're tooled up, but the workers make more staying at home, and if the companies took COVID substitutes, then they can't fire them. Look, that is what all I said is before is about. Yep. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, Wallace. Houston was slow. I read an article today that there's 21 ships sitting off the coast of California waiting for a dock. The semiconductors come from overseas. They can collapse our economy by relying on outsourcing. That's what I was getting at. LVC is he who controls the product controls. I mean that's plain and simple. If ponder this for a second. Did you know that there are only 6 companies that own 90% of the food that's made in this country? 6. All right, LD, have a good night. And why are they waiting for a dock? I mean, there's other ports that they could use in the country, I would think, maybe. I guess unloading them, that's the challenge. I know when I bought my tires, the guy was telling me about how difficult it is to get tires right now. I know Cargill was one. I don't know, maybe I can Google that. Hold on. What major corporations own most of the food in America? Nestle, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Unilever, Danone, General Mills, Kellogg's, Mars, Associated British Foods, and Mondelez are the big 10 companies that own it all. So it's 10. That's a lot of power. Even less banks control our economy. That's true. Yeah, Burger. Finally had to buy new drives. You're waiting on furniture? Cargill ADM, yep. There is U.S. law not to criticize these food producing companies. Yeah, but when you have, that's a lot of power. I mean, it really is. I mean, look, food. World War I and World War II, and the food industry is what made our country a superpower. I don't know if you guys realize that. There's a great show on History Channel it's called The Food That Built America, and it's about the roots of Kraft and General Mills and Hershey and all that. And the ones that had advantages during World War II are the ones that survived when everybody was like being rationed, when everything was rationed, like metal and sugar and all that, and the companies that were allowed to sell food and contribute to the troops, they're like gazillionaires right now. And so it's all in who you know. And so when they got the government, that's why some of the food's been deemed healthy, because it was sustenance in a time that it was hard to find good sustenance food in World War II. It's very fascinating. Regardless of what the media says, we're not going to support Ukraine in an all-out war right now. The Russian border, they tried it in 2015, but the nukes got surrounded and waved the white flag. How many miles before you need to replace your shocks on your truck? I've heard every 100,000. It just depends. Sometimes usually they blow out quicker than that, but I know that they're guaranteed for, I think, a year. I could be wrong. My carrier sales girl told me they were waiting for another round of units, but they may be delayed because they can't get the electrical components to build them. I got the last one of the first 11. Wow. See, and that's what Little Viking Coach was talking about, the semiconductors. Look, if you have a country that makes all your electronics for you, and they decide, we're not making electronics for you, or there's a shortage, what do you think that does? If China owns a majority of American industry, who has the power? I mean, it's basic. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be a dumbass. I usually am, but that's how I look at it. Yeah, I agree with that statement, Little Viking Coach. I don't want to get hit by the hitman, so I won't read that out loud. Price goes through the roof, too. Exactly. You know, and in trucking, it's hard enough to try to have to pay for a repair. You know, but imagine that you've got a $20,000 repair and they can't even finish it because they can't get the parts. You're dead in the water. Rare earth metals and who has them. Depends on the shock. If you buy a good shock, it could be a couple of years, but those will cost you $500 a piece. Regular stock shock really isn't up to the job when it's brand new. Yeah, shocks, I don't know, it seems like PACCAR is really proud of theirs. I know the guys at Freightliner, their shock wheels are usually half of what mine always are. Good night, Provost. Well, I agree with that, Dave. That's true. We are over an hour. Look at that. Here, I didn't have anything to talk about. All right, so what have we determined in this particular live feed for this week's weekend live report? That Steve doesn't know jack about crypto and still doesn't. That Wallace and I think a lot alike. Steve Berger hasn't come to Missouri. What's the other one? Oh, and we're all going to die eventually, so there's that. Oh, I was going to buy your truck. Well, what's the payoff on it? I'll trade you. I'll trade you, Mr. Berger. Then what are you going to do? I'd have to put like an Iron Maiden wrap on it. I don't like white trucks. Yes, Dave, that is absolutely true. I'm gonna say, with the exception of these and some meat sticks, yeah, it's a solid wall of diabetes in there. It's a solid wall of insulin in there. No trades. That's why the last administration was focused on bringing back some of the industry to the U.S. He's seen our weakness, but a lot of people did not see his vision. We learn something every weekend. There's that. What I learned tonight: cook your steak thoroughly and don't invest in visible stuff. Hill Rider, that's it. That's it. That's. I should screenshot that. Boink. And then we'll use that for the thumbnail. How's that? Hill Rider, congratulations. That's going to be the thumbnail after this after this video renders. Yeah, I love screenshotting. Are you at the BP off of I-90 mile marker 146 in Wisconsin? No. Sorry, but it's a test of willpower. Not for me. I look at a package of donuts and I just think gross. And I can't tell you how much that's liberating. Trust me. The old 2-3 years ago, this place would have been like, I would have spent like $50 and I'd be in a coma right now. Nothing witty. Yep. I don't, little Viking coach. Everybody's so offended by everything. I don't think anybody's afraid of us anymore. Anyways, all right, guys, we're gonna end this live feed. I gotta change the thumbnail as soon as I can. So, but you guys take it easy. Be safe. Be vigilant. Be prosperous. Be profitable. But most importantly, take care of yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. Peace.